Dimitri, what is Darius? And he goes, that's his stem.
Welcome back to Everything and Nothing. This is episode number 17. And yeah,
20
today,
is creeping.
Yeah, 20 is creeping up on us.
20 is creeping, guys. It feels like we've done more. I said before, it feels like we've done a lot more than 17. But some of them didn't go out. Anyway, 17, woo!
Yeah, last week we introduced if you're watching us on YouTube, that is, you won't be able to tell on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you want to see us, come over to YouTube. Last week we introduced the different camera angles and my one was broken. This week, I'm looking directly at you, camera. You should be fixed and it should be full quality. So you've got 3 different camera angles of us.
So you've got 1, 2, 3.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Anyway, diving straight into topics. Basically half of the topics that we talked about, or not really half of, some of the topics we talked about in the last episode, I've got updates on. So obviously the biggest one is TikTok. TikTok literally got unbanned right before we posted the clip about TikTok being banned. Yeah. Which was actually really helpful of them. So it wasn't even banned for a full 24 hours.
It was banned for, I think, like 14 hours or something in the end.
But stupid.
Sorry, guys. I have the really, really tough decision to make, which was that we are not creating a Xiaohongshu account.
A what?
Red note.
What did you just call it?
Xiaohongshu.
Is that how you say it in Chinese?
It is.
In Mandarin?
It is.
You've been scrubbing up. You've been learning.
Yeah. So guys, you will not be seeing our faces on Xiaohongshu. Sorry.
Xiaohongshu.
Sorry.
It's literally just a language, but that sounds so funny to me.
Yeah, we will not be on there because we're not needed, clearly. We don't need to be refugees anymore. We are staying on TikTok.
What I want to know is, like, what was happening in that office somewhere in the American government or wherever the fuck it is, where they were like, obviously doing the banning of the TikTok, if that makes sense. Like, sitting like, right, this is fucking banned, press the button, or everyone goes and have their meetings with whoever has to go to the meetings. And they come back and like, actually, you're unbanning it. Like, it was within a day. Because in American time as well, I don't know what time, like, for America, roughly, it would have been, as in, like, it got banned in the morning and by the evening it was back,
it got banned. I remember I saw, so James Charles, like, fully lost the plot on Instagram Reels once it was banned.
Once again.
And I think it was banned at, like, it was a certain American time zone, obviously, but it was midnight for whatever time zone that was. But it meant that it was one that was earlier than one in LA, for example. Like, he made a TikTok basically saying, like, oh, they couldn't have waited until, like, midnight our time. It was, like, 10 p.m. or something. And then it was back for them by, like, 5 p.m. the next day or something. So dumb.
Well, I'm sorry.
After people had made full spiels, like crying on TikTok and like having full-blown meltdowns that TikTok was going, and they were back 14 hours later. Guys, how humiliating is that, by the way? I would have definitely done the same if I was a influencer. Yeah. I definitely would have cried on a 3-minute video that people would have just been like, skip. Like holding 2 times speed, and it's me like in 2 times speed. Just sobbing.
This is actually just sparked. I didn't have this planned or written down before the thing. Did you see when TikTok was getting banned? Obviously, no one knew it was getting unbanned. So all the American accounts that were like, I don't know, there wasn't really a category of the accounts, but a lot of Americans were posting TikToks, like doing mental confessions about like just loads of different shit before it got banned. Like, because it's getting banned, I'm confessing to this. And there were some of them that were like, all of my content's fake and all this stuff.
Yeah, I think the worst one I saw, as in worst, like most detrimental to what they needed to post when it came back, was there was a girl whose full account was like based around the fact that she could eat a lot. And it was like mukbang, so she would always eat loads of sushi and claim that she ate, let's just say, like 100 pieces of sushi or something. Yeah. And then on her confession thing, she was like, it was all fake. I didn't eat any of it.
I saw one similar.
And then now I'm like, now that you're back, are you not embarrassed, girl? Like, you've now got to go back and like somehow try and like keep up with that content, but everyone's going to watch it knowing it's fake.
Yeah, like literally come crawling back. And
embarrassing.
I saw one that...
Not a good business move.
I would argue is slightly worse than that, just because of the topic of the thing. This girl had a page, and I mean, I spent about the whole of a minute researching this, so I'm probably hazy on some details, but her whole content was about like fitness and also coffee for some reason. Like, and she posted a confession as an original one that she so before TikTok gets deleted, she posted a confession and the backlash was so bad, she deleted it and re-uploaded it with more context. But the first one she posted was like, the coffees weren't for me and I never did the workouts in the thing. And like her whole account, she's like a fitness.
That's her brand.
Yeah, that's her whole account. And obviously people follow her for her workouts and stuff, obviously because they, I guess, want to look how she looks or whatever, or do the workouts she does. Allegedly. And then she deleted that one because people were obviously like, what the fuck? And then uploaded another one that was like, oh, the coffees were for my mum when we met up. And then like I did the workouts, just not when I recorded them and all this stuff. Obviously TikTok gets locked off right after that. And then it comes back. So she's probably thinking, fuck it, I don't have to read these comments or whatever. This is bullshit. And then 10 hours later or 14 or whatever it is, getting absolutely ripped in stitches and not even stitches. People just make, I saw it originally because someone else made a video being like, imagine like that happened.
Imagine the feeling of knowing that it's now coming back after you've just ruined your entire brand.
Oh, what even like, what is the word for that thing? Because it's not, I was going to say secondhand embarrassment, but it's not. But I guess it is just, it's just embarrassment, I guess. Yeah. And shame.
It's like humiliation kind of.
Yeah,
it's like now that you've got to come back and be like, sorry, I know I said that everything was a lie and like I faked all of it, but like I'm going to carry on doing that if that's cool.
Oh, I can't even.
And everyone's going to obviously watch it knowing that it's all fake.
I'm trying to think of like, I was about to ask, but it's going to be a stupid question because nothing's getting banned and no one's going to like, if something's going to get banned, what would you confess? But that's just asking you to fucking confess something you wouldn't want to confess normally.
I wouldn't confess shit.
Yeah. No, but like if you, not if you had to, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but
true.
Yeah, we will not be doing that.
Yeah, I feel like I saw some similar ones of a lot of fitness influencers doing it, being like, the confession is that they've had like a BBL or something after claiming that they're like all natural.
Obvious,
and
man. Like, come on.
I think BBLs are quite obvious.
Even if they're not, like, I feel like even if they're not, what I was going to say isn't even relevant.
You can get skinny BBLs, which are like...
What's the difference between that? It's a smaller BBL.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like two fucking basketballs like shoved into your arse cheeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Like people think that Kendall Jenner has a skinny BBL because she's like really slim, but like still has kind of curvature. And they think, oh, she's had like a skinny BBL. Yeah, not like who's got a bad BBL. A lot of people have bad BBLs.
I don't know anyone specifically, or like everyone was...
Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Sorry, don't come for me. Nicki Minaj.
That is a statement.
I'm pretty sure Nicki Minaj has a bad BBL.
Wow.
Hold on. I need to fact check this, but I think Nicki Minaj has a bad BBL. It's not my words, guys. This is just some thoughts
in Lexi's own opinion
are going on in the ether. I'm literally just gonna Google Nicki Minaj bad BBL.
Here, Lexie expresses her own opinions.
Yep, these are all my opinions.
Not the opinions.
Oh
of
god,
of
it's
both
giving
of
me
us.
safe search. No, I want to see the full thing.
Yeah, turn that thing off.
Wait, it doesn't even look that bad. Oh, no, it does. Guys, I'm going to spare the details, but just know that I've seen a non-edited picture.
I've just seen some stuff
of Nicki Minaj's BBL, and it looks like her butt cheeks are melting.
It looks like she has 4 butt cheeks. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, anyway.
I mean, I guess it's because I'm not in my fucking fitness bag. At the moment, I'm about to be, but right now I'm not really in my actual fitness. But even going into it, I can't see myself actually following like fitness influencers and shit. Like if I needed to find something else, I would look up like a specific video and I wouldn't end up following. I guess everyone's different. Some people might just like to follow someone and do the same workouts, but
I feel like if I just want workout inspo, I'll just search on TikTok for specific inspo, and regardless who the person is, if I think it's something that would work for me, then I'll just favorite it and do it.
Yeah. There's
not really any select fitness influencers that I kind of follow and really like try and do everything they're doing. But I know girls at least that definitely do follow fitness influencers and like it's like specific to these people.
I mean, I think the ones that I can understand the most are like running ones or like ones like what's the word, like endurance things where you're like, obviously there is an actual technique to when you're in the gym and you're doing the exercises and stuff like that. There's a technique to every exercise, but I mean like where you're following. I guess I was about to say because you're then following someone's journey, but I suppose actually those ones I can understand. If it's like someone that's like, I'm going to lose loads of weight and you want to lose weight as well, and you're watching how they do it and you want to do it along with them, I can understand that. But I think the ones for me that I find weird are almost just like the PTs that just spawn in on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like fucking like Gymshark influencers and shit.
That's
like,
exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah. They fucking sit on their Gymshark podcast and like, what flavor of fucking whey protein? What's it called? Like the whey fucking, what are they called? You know what I'm talking about? The whey protein shake things. Are you butchered that one?
Are they just called whey protein shakes or?
It's no, because I think it wasn't. Oh, the clear whey things. That's what I'm thinking of. Like, what's your favorite flavor of clear whey, bro? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just trying to do my workout.
Do you remember back in the day at uni when I had that really disgusting protein powder and I tried to just like shot it rather than mix it in the cup?
Oh my god, yeah.
I had a I don't know what I was doing, guys. I'm gonna cut this short. My dad came to my uni and bought me this protein powder, and I never bought one for myself because it was like 20 quid and I was so skint. I just didn't want to buy anything ever. It was disgusting. And rather than just mixing it in the drink and necking it, I tried to we'd go to the gym, you and I, quite a lot, and then I'd come back, take a scoop of it and dry scoop it and put it all in my mouth and then try and neck water and just hope somehow that I could just chug it all. But obviously the whole point is that it kind of congeals.
Yeah.
When I
such
drink.
A grim word. I hate that
know.
Word.
And there's a video of me somewhere.
Yeah, I think I have
somewhere
it.
in the pits of my phone.
It'll be saved in our chat for sure.
And then I cough it all up and it goes everywhere all in the video.
There was a really strange why
didn't I just buy a new one?
There was a really strange what must have been about 2 weeks where you were doing that loads and sending me videos of it, and also you doing the ginger shots.
Oh, I love those guys.
Natural
if you
things.
know one thing about me, you know that I love those ginger shots. I love a little spicy.
You fucking didn't in those things that you would send in me.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's grim, but it's really
and
nice.
Was it the carrot things?
Yeah,
the carrot juice shots, whatever the fuck you get.
Oh, I love those gimmick shot things. They're so good.
I don't understand how they can be that good. But also the other day at work, James gave me I can't remember what I was doing. I think we was cleaning the studio ages ago, and James handed me one of them, and I had it, and it was just grim. But I didn't go and work out or anything like that. But I know them two take it religiously, and I think Fu had said the other day, when he was recording, he felt
energized.
Present and with it, and he was just on a roll in that episode.
I mean, they do wake you up. The ginger ones literally feel like you've just been shot in the face.
To be fair, I've not had a ginger one. The one I had was
really
a green.
Good. Oh no,
I don't know what
the ginger ones are because strong gingers almost spicy in a way.
Yeah.
It wakes you up.
Yeah.
But they're good. And I feel like I've grown a bit of a tolerance to it.
Fair.
They're good. Yeah,
that'll be me soon because...
Guys, get on it.
Because recently, we booked a holiday. Yippee!
Oh, yeah, we did.
We booked a holiday.
Guys, it's all happening in 2025.
It is.
My bank account was not thriving. But at the same time, we haven't been on a hot holiday in so long. And I felt like it was just needed.
Actually, I don't think we've ever been on a holiday together, have we?
No,
we haven't. That's been fun.
On any holiday, not abroad. No,
but we've been to festivals. That's it.
Yeah, but guys, how fun is this? There's 11 of us going.
Yeah, you know who you are.
We're staying in a fat off Love Island villa in Greece for 5 nights.
Oh, I'm so
literally
excited.
5 nights at Freddy's. I'm gonna recreate that when we're there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be so good, but we need to get on the gym grind for that. Guys, if I don't look like a new woman by June 1st, shoot me in the face.
Yeah, I'm on
Don't let me go on. I'm not.
The way I just went, I was sorry. I was. You went, just shoot me in the face. I just went, because I was about to say.
Just don't even let me go on the holiday. Cancel my flight if I'm not literally. Excuse me, but.
Sorry about that, guys. We're back.
Yeah, as I was so calmly saying, literally shoot me in the face if I don't look fully shredded by holiday. I need to literally...
You're going shredded?
Nah. I need to look like literally where is her waist? Like she's gonna like one gust of wind and
There
I'm
needs
gone.
to be a search warrant out by the time we're on holiday.
Yeah, exactly. I need to literally be invisible by the time we go on holiday. So if I'm not, just know I'm not happy about it.
You'll either be invisible or you'll come back looking like Larry the Lobster and there's going to be no invisible. As in, like, because you're going to burn.
I will burn.
No.
Oh no, guys, I will burn.
I didn't mean build. I meant.
I also thought you meant build, and I was thinking I'm never going to get to that.
I thought you were weirdly silent because.
I was thinking, okay. You think I've got that in me? Let's get on the steroids.
I just said that you're going to be top heavy when you.
I'm gonna like a triangle.
Yeah, you're gonna come back looking like a Dorito.
Yeah. Guys, fuck. I'm gonna burn so badly. Just know the episode we film after we come back from Greece, I'm literally going to be incinerated. I'm gonna look so red. I'm one of those people that I feel like I have to burn to then tan. Like I burn, look after it, moisturize. I just go straight to burn though.
Yeah, you like just don't give a shit.
Like I just almost have to let myself burn and then just use so much after sun and then I'll go nice and bronze. I won't go bronze. I'll go like milk chocolate.
You'll go that SpongeBob episode. You'll go sun bleached. Yeah. Where it's like you go so brown that you're white.
Yeah. And now milk chocolate. What am I talking about? I'm not going to go milk chocolate. I'm thinking like what's like a really light brown. Like a beige.
I'm gonna go milk chocolate.
I don't mean milk chocolate. I was trying to think of like what's a not very like dark brown.
You're gonna be golden. Let's just say that.
I'm not gonna be golden, guys. Don't even. I'm gonna literally
be red raw. Like what the fuck?
I'm literally gonna be lobster.
Raw. Next question.
Yeah, that's gonna be me after holiday. But yeah, I'm thinking like get in that villa, gather around the fire pit.
Don't have a fire pit. We've got a pool with slippery tiles apparently.
Yeah, but I'm going to make a little fire pit so that we can do Love Island role play, but no love because obviously like I'm just going with besties.
Well, no,
but,
there
like,
will be. We're fucking pretty much the only ones that are single other than poor old Tom. Yeah. Us and Tom.
Hey,
Tom. There's 11 of us going and 3 of us are single and all of the other, and it's not even like everyone else has got like the couples are the ones coming with us. So it literally will be like Love Island.
Well, I'm not coupling up with you.
Oh, well, you're getting eliminated then because me and Tom will.
I'm going to be on the sofa, guys. I'm going to be on the sofa bed. All the bedrooms are really nice in there. Then there's this weird sofa bed in the kids' room, and I feel like I'm going to be demoted to there. But you know what? God gives his toughest battles to the strongest soldiers.
We figured we all have beds. 7 beds. We figured it out the other day.
But if I'm going to be demoted, if I'm going to be kicked off the island, then I'm going to be in the child's bed.
Oh yeah, that is yeah. You're in the child's bed's fucking Casa Amor.
But it's so nice, guys. Just you wait until June. Set your what am I trying to say?
Alarms, calendars,
reminder.
Yeah,
set
that works.
Your reminders, and you will see some great holiday content. And who knows? If I'm feeling really crazy, I might even do a little mini vlog.
Oh my God, yeah, you should.
I'll bring my camera with me, guys. I've got a Canon, not to flex or anything, but I got a Canon G7X. Yeah. Never use it. Want to use it more. That was on one of my New Year's resolutions. And I feel like it'd be a good opportunity to bring it there and record some stuff. So who knows?
I will be disappointed in you if you don't. At least bring it with you.
I'm obviously going to bring it because I'm going to take pictures.
But I want you to actually,
guys,
take
if you
some
follow
videos,
me,
pictures, colour grade shit, whatever you want to do.
If you follow me on Instagram, just know you're going to be in for a treat. I'm literally going to post the fittest photos ever.
I think our Instagrams are in the description. I think they are. They should be. If not, I'll start adding them.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you go to the Instagram that is in the description for the podcast, it's in the bio. You'll be able to find us if you want to.
Start of June, we're going international.
Yeah, we are. But yeah, I was going to lead into from that. It's fucking like irrelevant now because we talked about holiday for so long.
Oh well.
But getting on my fitness shit. I'm not gonna no free advertising, but not that anyone fucking watches this anyway. But get my meal prep shit as of Saturday. So starting to do that 6 days a week is gonna be just meal prepped, good for gym food.
It's gonna be a hot girl summer.
I'm doing home workouts. I was gonna get a gym membership, but honestly, the prices of them and how busy they're gonna be just puts me off actually going, and then I won't go. So I'm just gonna stick to. I will just force myself to do home workouts because I took a before progress picture, so that's my accountability for I need an after, because otherwise I'll be disappointed in myself. Even if it goes nowhere, I don't post anything, I will know and it will fuck me up. So
I took before pictures literally 2 years ago, and they're lethal. Like they're so bad. My before pictures was when I was at uni, thinking that I was making gains, going to the gym. When in reality, guys, I was going to the gym and eating shit. So it was doing nothing, literally doing nothing. Like I might as well have just not gone. I've not got before pictures now. I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to be so physically fit that I won't even need before pictures to reference. That's the aim. But I go to, no, I am joking, guys. I probably will look the same when I get there, but a girl can try.
Also, you say you won't have before pictures. You will just have pictures of you that happen to be from before.
So true. The problem is, though, the gym I go to gets so busy, it's lethal.
Yeah.
It is honestly a nightmare. Like, I just, ugh.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to go to the gym and there'll be like 200 people there.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I'm not going to do a home workout. And if I do it, I won't do it as well as if I go to the gym.
Yeah. The only
it's
thing
annoying, guys.
The only thing that make it that I can't really do here is I can do it, but chest workouts are a bit difficult at home. And obviously cardio, I know people just go for, I fucking hate running. If I was to do cardio, I'd just go for a run. But I don't mind running on a treadmill, but did I say I'll go for a run? I'll go for a walk. I meant instead of a run.
A walk.
Yeah, fuck running. Yeah, because my goals are just lose a little bit of weight. I'm not massively overweight, but I can tone up a bit, and then obviously just build muscle on top of that. Which the food will help because I'll get the protein in, and then it's just a case of actually doing.
I guess it doesn't work in your favor that you work from home a lot because it means that you don't really leave the house that much.
That's never changed really.
Yeah, I know, but as in that can be the thing where you force yourself to go out for a walk for at least an hour, not an hour. Maybe
if I'm committing to it, I would do that regardless.
Well, now that we've got a holiday booked, that's something to work towards, guys. This is new beginnings, new motivation.
Yeah, we've really started this on to be fair, a great turnaround from our New Year's resolution episode. We've already taken things off.
I know. One of my big things were go abroad, get back on the gym grind and eat a bit better, get some hobbies and use my camera more and stuff. Yeah. I'm ticking all of them, guys.
Well, the camera one's a asterisk. You have to do it.
Yeah, but I will.
Good. Because it'll be
obviously,
sick.
I am going to bring it with me.
Because you get good pictures and good videos of shit naturally on your phone and shit. So with a camera, and if you fucking color grade it and shit and learn to edit a little bit, jeez.
Yeah, glow.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Watch this space.
In terms of, it's not really a New Year's resolution, but a new thing that I am doing now is I've sort of soft launched I don't want to call it a solo pod because it's not, but I guess it sort of is, my solo pod, my YouTube channel, basically.
A little monologue.
Yeah. So if you like podcasts similar to Madeline Argy's Pretty Lonesome Thing, which I have some stuff to say on that, by the way. And there's not about her, kind of. Not, she hasn't done anything, basically, but just, You'll hear me out. And kind of like the Zerky Show, if you know who those are, they're kind of I kind of want it to be a somewhat motivational and sort of self-helpy. I hate those words, but there's nothing else you can really describe it as. But then also just just talking about shit, to be honest.
It kind of feels like a bit of a video diary.
Yeah, a little video diary, but I talk about different topics in different videos and all that kind of stuff. Right, the thing that I was going to say about Madeline Argy's thing, God, she makes her podcast look so fucking easy. So on this solo pod thing that I was doing, the first video that I've done is out now on my YouTube channel. Just search Ben Sparrow and it should come up because I'm using an old channel that had about 1,000 subs before Subtle Flex. So yeah, was about doing things scared, because that's actually do you remember when we went to Dave?
I was speaking to my housemate, for context, Matt, about this the other day.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember us talking about this, of where it came from.
Yeah.
That it came from a Dave concert.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I was going to say, because I remember you saying shortly after we went there that stuck with you.
Yeah.
So at the end of his concert, I'm paraphrasing a lot because it was a couple years ago now, but he basically said, everything you're scared about or whatever, if you're scared, there's two different types of fear. There's things that you should be scared of that are bad, and there's things that you're scared to do, but something that might make you happy is whatever. And he says chase those it's happy fears or something like that, the good fears and that kind of stuff. And about just getting shit started and getting stuff started. It's Anyway, yeah, that was the first video I did. I sat down last night to record a second video that I was going to do. And I didn't really know where... No, I wanted to talk about like friendships and stuff like that, and just that whole topic and navigating friendships and all that kind of stuff. You don't fucking understand how difficult it is to sit down and talk coherently, not like all broken up and stuff, at least for me, about these topics and stuff. Madeline Argy makes it look so fucking easy in terms of like, yeah, I could sit down and just ramble like I am now, but her actually making like good and interesting points to talk about and all this kind of stuff and having these interesting views and shit like that. And it's not that the views I had weren't interesting. Doing that, like, she just does it like almost unedited, fucking rambles on. I sat there for I think over an hour, bearing in mind the first video I did was 8 minutes. This one I wanted to be around 20. So I was like, it makes sense. But in that, you could genuinely see, like, I just think I'm so fucking, when it comes to thinking, just riddled with ADHD. You could literally see when I would be talking about something and another thought just like cuts it off and is like, oh, you're thinking about this now. It's so fucking annoying, to the point where it's like, I need to script these videos now.
Yeah, I think the fundamental thing is the way your brain works. She also is on ADHD medication.
Yeah, which yeah, because this and yeah,
and the other thing I would say is Madeline generally is just very well articulated. I think she's just good at expressing her feelings quite concise in a concise way, but like it gets the point across without her just kind of like having verbal diarrhea and going off on tangents. Like she's quite good at just like
100%
like saying what she needs to, linking it to the next thing, and so on and so forth. Whereas your brain just doesn't work like that at the moment.
No, it literally
but
doesn't.
That's like not a bad thing. It's just you're just different to her, aren't you?
I can put that together, and yeah, I've just come to the realization that I'm just gonna have to edit my videos, but I don't mind that because I really liked how my first videos came out. But God, like, just because I knew where I wanted to start with a video, I knew the kind of things that I wanted to talk about in a video, and I knew what I kind of wanted the end message to be. So like, I thought that's enough.
A little point evidence explain.
Yeah, that's enough to sit down and just get this video recorded. Fucking hell, I might show you after because I think I've got one bit, and also after it, my mic wasn't even working for part of it. It was just a whole fucking thing. It's so fucking difficult. So actually, like, a lot of people knocked a lot of these creators and thinking like, oh, anyone can just fucking sit and actually fucking try it to talk about a topic specifically and like make good points and shit, but do it without like how she does it. It's insane.
I think as well though, part of her brand and the way the podcast is filmed is it's meant to look like this kind of humble, she's just sat talking vibe. It's a full production in the sense of she will have maybe not a script per se, but like quite heavily guided points on what to follow, what to say. It probably will be edited a fair bit. It's just edited well.
Yeah.
So it still doesn't look like it's this big production.
Yeah.
Like, I think there are elements around it that will make it easier for her.
Yeah.
But I do get ultimately the content that she wants to talk about, she has to come up with because a lot of it's personal to her.
Yeah.
Like her production agency aren't going to know all these personal stories about her necessarily.
Yeah.
But I feel like there are ways that will make it a bit easier for her than you just sitting down and thinking, right, I'm just going to turn on the camera and talk, I guess.
Yeah. Also talking about like stuff that is like more vulnerable and stuff is like, as a guy, like you'll literally see, I know this is why a lot of people like her because she's very good at it and she's very open to doing it, but like how she'll just say something and just glaze over it or whatever. Like the start of the video that I was doing, I was like, how do I start this? So I watched hers. And hers was literally like, she did one about similar thing, basically having no friends and doing at the start of it. And she was like, blah, 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 talking about friendships or whatever. And more specifically, having like no fucking friends. It's just, oh, hi, I shrugged it off. Whereas I feel like, I don't know, me doing it, maybe I'm just thinking deep in it because it's me, but I wouldn't steal her intro anyway. You can literally see it happening now. Now my brain is just this thought now, this thought now, this thought now. It's tiring, man. It's really fucking tiring. But the first video I put out was good, so I'm happy with that, and I want to keep theming that. But fucking hell, yeah, it's hard. It's really fucking difficult for me. And ironically, when I started doing that, I was like, fuck, I can't put this video together because I just keep losing my trail of thought and how I'm going to link this and even edit it together. And I thought I could probably fuck around with it in editing and fix it. And I was like, nah, let me switch topics. So I was going to talk about how, like, because all I could think about at that point was how my brain fucking works and shit. I was like, talk about how I think I have ADHD. And then I was like, that's going to go down like a fucking car crash. I could already smell the comments. And I said that in the video when I started recording it. I was like, I can smell the fucking comments. So before, either keep it to yourself or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And when I'm like, because I've been saying this to you off camera recently, like for a while, for about, how long has it been since I've basically think I've had it? Well, basically realized that.
I remember you started talking about it at uni in third year, 2021.
So what, 2 or 3 years now?
2022.
And I was very much in the camp of like, if I do or don't have it, I'm not going to go and get medication for it because I'm scared about the side effects of it. Because I know a lot of them can have side effects, and some of the side effects can be other fucking mental health things like depression, anxiety, all that shit. But then I've also heard on the other side of it, of people that have been diagnosed, had medication and stuff, and they all say like it's been like needing glasses and putting glasses on for the first time. So I'm like,
yeah,
I
know quite a few people that take ADHD meds and they have the same thing of some people love it, some people hate it. Some people think it's like completely sorted them out. But I also know other people that think it almost just makes their brain so quiet that they can't really cope with that. It's almost like too much because your brain's like, it's too orderly and like when they like don't like that in a way.
A lot of people say that like they feel like it kind of takes their personality away.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of doesn't shock me, like, because that ultimately is like how it works. It's kind of like a suppressant in a way.
Yeah.
And I get how that could affect someone's mental health in terms of like how they're then going to function as a person, because it will kind of dilute how you are, because it dilutes how you react to things, how you process things.
Yeah.
And therefore that is just naturally going to change you as a person, or at least like how you present yourself to others.
Yeah, like there was a part of it where someone was talking about what it's like being on, like how thinking works basically when you're on the medication. And someone was like, they could be in a conversation like we are now, and while you're talking, they could have a thought and that's where it stops. They just have a thought and they don't feel like they need to say it. There's no like urge to suddenly like impulsively say it, which is when I do it, I've said it on previous episodes, like it's like a reflex to me. I don't even, it's not like, oh, I really need to say this, I really need to say this. It just happens. You just
speak.
Yeah, I just speak. And I fucking hate it as well, because watching myself back and watch me interrupt all the time is annoying for listeners. So sorry about that. If you stuck with us for this one, fucking love you guys. But yeah, like watching it, I hate it. I just fucking hate it. And they were like, yeah, they can just have a thought and they're like, do I want to say that? No, not really. And the thought just leaves. And I'm like, what? That's mind blowing to me.
Yeah, like I guess there's more like rational thinking because you don't have that impulse thing of I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say what I need to say and that's it.
Yeah, it's so but then also the other thing. So I was like, fuck. I very thankfully get through work, I get private health insurance. So I was like, and I haven't looked into it fully, but I know that you can get, I think like GP appointments and stuff like that, like privately and whatever, which can then refer you. And I was like, if I can basically go through the diagnosis process like privately, I will, because I don't want to sit for 3 fucking years waiting for an NHS diagnosis or whatever. But then I found out that if you do that, because you've gone privately to get all the thing, you've got to pay for the fucking prescription and medication and shit. And I'm like, oh. Really?
It's not then covered by the NHS because it's private?
Not as far as I'm aware. I need to look into it more. But from what I found, no. And then I'm like, well, if it's going to be cost me fucking loads, then what if it goes badly and shit? I'm like, I don't know.
I think the thing is, though, I know the waiting is long for the NHS, but if you don't want to potentially have to pay for it, we've been having these conversations about how you think you might need it for years now.
Yeah, literally.
Like if you just gone and got into the queue when we spoke about it, you would potentially be on them now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you could just try and do it privately and publicly, kind of, and just like see what happens.
I think I am going to. I'm going to look into it a lot more this year, and just if I just have to fucking join a waiting list eventually.
Well, yeah, because there's no massive harm in it. You're not in a different position than you're in now.
Yeah, because I think the thing for me is, I don't think as of right now that I necessarily need them, but what if? How do I put this into words? It's almost, what if I don't feel like, oh, I'm struggling right now, but because that's all I've ever known, what if I take this medication? I've lived for 20, by the time I've actually had it, 25 fucking years like that, and done the things I've done, and also all the things that I could have done or been more focused in or whatever, have I had this medication? That's what I'm like, if that is what's gonna happen, like, fuck.
Yeah, because it's that kind of thing of you don't want to live life with the what ifs, or like regrets of not doing something sooner, or at least giving it a go.
Facts.
Because you'll always be thinking in your head this kind of conversation.
And also, if it just helps with actually having coherent speech, it's going to help massively for a podcast. And if I'm starting my own solo pod,
he's just done it again.
Yeah. My solo podcast needs a name. So if you go over there and you like it and you enjoy it, I need a name for it because I want to put it on audio platforms. But to do that, the show needs a name. I've been thinking as a name, but I think it's just it's been taken. So many people will have that. But I want something like that. Pretty Lonesome. I don't really like the Zerky show as a name. I love his content, but I don't really like the name. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying before that?
What about I've been rambling?
Yeah, something like that. I have been rambling. I've
been waffling.
Enough ADHD.
Going on tangents.
Speaking of rambling and waffling, that's actually a perfect fucking transition. Rambling and waffling.
Yeah, guys, I'm getting good at this podcasting.
Speaking of rambling and waffling, last episode, I was like, oh, there's a Joe Rogan episode. It's fucking like, I looked over and it was 5 fucking hours. I was like, what were they talking about for the whole thing?
What were they talking about?
The reason it was 5 hours long is they all did mushrooms.
Oh, sick.
And they all did too much. Well, a lot of them did like too much mushrooms, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Because I saw a clip later, I think it was later that same day after you went home, about like, I think Joe was asking either Shane or I can't remember what Jamie, his like producer. He was looking around the room and was like, have you done too much? Like, what's going on right now? Like, how are you feeling? And all this shit. And I was like, no wonder it was 5 hours.
God, taking mushrooms and going on a podcast sounds honestly horrible. Like, okay, no, I take that back. Doing the podcast would be funny because you're all on the same page and you're all just like tripping and like whatever. But the thought of knowing that whatever you're about to say and do is going to go on a Joe Rogan podcast for millions of people to see and listen to.
Yeah.
I would be pranging out the entire time. I'd be so paranoid.
You'd just be mute.
Yeah, I think I just wouldn't speak.
Yeah.
I think I'd be so freaked out about what I'm going to say. Yeah, maybe I need to do that.
Maybe we should
get me on there.
Podcast on mushrooms.
I think I'd be so freaked out about like if I was going to say or do something weird that I just wouldn't want to speak. And then I'm a shit podcast guest. And that's that then. That's the episode.
No, because it'll be funny because obviously like Joe will just be saying shit or whatever.
And I'm just
thinking of how the camera's cut on his show and it'll just cut to you and you're just sitting there like...
Me like legs up like...
Your eyes when you did that really reminded me of that episode where Stewie, I don't know what he takes. He ends up taking a drug. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
He ends up taking some sort of drugs in the thing and he ends up like that. Fuck.
I'd be literally rocking back and forth in the corner, like sweating, like not saying anything. And they're like, Lexie, you're right. I'm like, yeah, fine.
Maybe we do the opposite and maybe not that we fucking need it. Maybe we do a podcast on speed.
That would be terrible.
That'd be intense.
That would be so intense.
That'd be fucked.
There would be a lot of things said.
Oh yeah, that would be heavily edited.
Speaking at like 100 miles an hour and just like saying how much we love everyone or something.
Yeah, things that I don't need. Also, randomly, funny you say that. Why was I thinking about this the other day? I think it was when I was thinking about the friendship stuff when I was talking about that episode and stuff. I wasn't going to put it in the video, but it just passed my mind.
What, when you said that you would never speak to me again from McDonald's Sprite?
No, not that at all. No, from you saying that, like, talking about if we're being honest, saying how much we love each other and shit. I don't get what, like, obviously when people do certain substances, or so I'm told, a common thing is that they like, they end up telling their friends how much they love them and shit. And a lot of people are like so embarrassed by that and shit. And I'm just like,
I think that sounds quite nice, actually.
Yeah, I'm like, but it's so like commonly, I guess, understood that like a lot of people will be like, just forget I ever said anything. And I'm thinking, why? It's like a nice thing to fucking hear. Like say it when you're sober. Like the fuck?
Yeah. Like quite a wholesome thing, isn't it?
I guess it's because a lot of guys just don't tell their friends they love them or whatever when they. I guess maybe it's more of a guy thing.
Guys, let's normalize it.
Literally facts.
Normalize telling your friends you love them sober.
Yeah, actually, because I was fucking hell. My thoughts today. They're thinking. They're doing
definitely
stuff.
Doing something.
They're doing front flips. That's what they're doing. I was leading on to something from that, and I can't remember.
Guys
it's going
not
somewhere.
Wanting to soberly say stuff like that.
Well, actually, I thought you would have sat on the other side of the fence of it a bit more. I guess that's what I was pre-anticipating.
What, saying that it's embarrassing?
Yeah, I guess. Well, not that it is embarrassing, but like, just that you can understand why. More so, that's why I was gonna. What I was preempting. I'm not pushing you to. You have to sit on that side of the fence and be devil's ad. That's what my brain was.
I soberly tell a lot of my close friends, girls, that I love them all the time.
Yeah.
So like, that wouldn't be weird to me anyway.
Yeah, like fuck. Have you ever said that to me? No, I'm joking. But you actually used soberly. No.
Nah, drunk.
All the time drunk. You used to tell me though.
Drunkenly, I would tell anyone, like all my boy mates, everything, like home friends, uni friends, London friends. I've drunkenly said that I love them. Soberly, I think I only really say it to my girl mates, but that's just because like that's bestie.
Yeah,
that's just a girl thing. Like, that's just
yeah,
how
girls
it is.
do that shit all the time.
But drunkenly, I tell a lot of people that I love them, but I don't lie. Like that's nice. Like that's friendly love.
Yeah.
So like if like when people are, if they're like pinging or whatever and saying they love their friends, I'm like, that's nice. That's like you're speaking your truth.
Yeah.
That's like no ego, because you're just like off your face, you know?
Ego deaths are interesting to me.
Ego deaths are interesting. Like, you know, when people go to those weird resorts, like they'll go somewhere
in
and
Thailand
like,
or something,
or like South America, and then it's like these like, I was about to say weird middle-aged people going there. Sorry, you're not weird. You're finding yourself.
I think Joe Weller did this recently in Thailand.
And there's videos of them like, they're like screaming while they're like letting out all of this.
Oh no,
like,
you didn't do that.
No, yeah,
I know what you were talking about.
I'm talking like when they go to like a resort in like South America or something, and they take loads of drugs like DMT and other random stuff, literally like a drug cocktail, and off their faces, and supposedly they have like a full ego death, and it's like they like see the light. And there's weird videos of like these like middle-aged people in these resorts like dribbling on the floor, and apparently they're experiencing utopia. I'm like, you look like you're experiencing near death.
Yeah,
girl.
literally. I think
you look far from euphoric. You're throwing up in a bucket. Like you don't. You're literally flemming onto some wooded ground.
Yeah,
doesn't look very euphoric, but apparently it is.
Yeah, that's horror. I actually think Joe Weller did a similar thing. I don't think he did DMT and shit. He talked about that he went to Thailand, and him and his friend did basically like a fucking super dose of like mushrooms, basically. And from what he's described, he didn't describe it as that, but I guess he's kind of learning about it and shit, and doesn't really know because it's what the fuck happened. But from what he described and what you just described, yeah, I guess had like an ego death, because he was talking about he's very spiritual at the moment, and since coming back from Thailand and shit, and just on that wavelength in January. Kind of, yeah.
Aligned his chakras in Thailand.
Basically, yeah. If you watch any fucking like new waffling episode since they've been back, it's basically Joe Weller talking about that type of shit, and then fucking Theo and Luke just laughing at him.
Fair.
And Joe Weller being like, "Why'd you always laugh at me?" And then Luke, the last episode, was like, "Mate, you give it to everyone else, and you can't fucking take it."
Yeah,
he was like, "You bully Theo all the time. No, you can't take it when someone says something about this, like." Because he was saying about how someone bought him his mum bought him a star. I think, you know, you can like buy people a star and it's like named after you. And he thought like that actual star like categorically was actually named now like Joe Weller on the thing, and it's like you can't actually sell a star.
That's not actually happening.
Yeah.
Love.
Like NASA haven't fucking renamed it or whatever. Like
renamed the star Joe Weller.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
No.
But also with the ego death things, I think two things about it, two separate things. One is basically the reason I brought up Joe Weller and going through that is because him and his friend basically did these martial, and he was saying about how they basically had this same experience and they were both there in whatever the fuck they saw, wherever they saw it, and it sounded like an ego death. Yeah. And it brought me back to thinking about when we talked about the coma dreams thing, and everyone has like a similar sort of thing. I'm just like, what is that? There's something, I mean, we're never going to know the answers. We're just going to end up asking the same questions. But the fact that like everyone sees when they do this shit, some sort of a similar thing. Yeah. And there's a theme and there's like everyone has this joint experience of shit, and it all happens in our brain that we don't control or think about and stuff. Yeah. It's so fascinating to me. It's
just like a weird subconscious state.
Yeah.
That's almost like a bit of a weird parallel place thing.
Yeah, your brain on like another parallel plane and shit, I guess.
Yeah.
But
weird, isn't it?
Yeah. And I was just thinking, I'm not going to go into, I could go into that and talk about it for ages, but we already did in that coma dream thing. The second thing I also thought about like ego death is like shit like that is so interesting to me, because I think for a lot of things, like I don't want to say the best, but a good way to look at a lot of things is like if you just remove all emotion from it and just try and look at it as objectively as possible. Obviously, this is a very blanket statement, and there's obviously times where emotion is needed. And I almost think like it's almost not possible to not have any ounce of ego, and what having literally zero ego would be like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you literally had zero ego on anything, like it's almost like when no one can say anything to you because you wouldn't feel like shame about anything or like insecure about anything because like you didn't think that in the first place.
You just wouldn't care about anything.
It's almost like that no confidence thing we talked about. It's like 100 confidence or zero confidence. It's like having the zero confidence, but it's also not.
No, because I guess because the ego, like to be egotistical, is like big-headed.
Yeah, it's like arrogant.
Yeah, so I guess it's just like you're very humble and like.
Yeah, I can't imagine it. It's kind of very Is it Buddhist? Is that the kind of Buddhist way of shit? Like they're very egoless and shit. I could be chatting out like a monk arse here. Yeah.
Like they're not egotistical at all. Like they're almost just like, well, supposedly.
Imagine what that would be like though. Because it made me think like. I would argue I'm not egotistical. If you disagree with that, keep it to yourself, respectfully. but
if you disagree, don't tell me.
Even me saying that though, like I know I'm joking, but also
that is a statement because you know that would hurt your ego. But if people were like, "Yeah, you are egotistical," so to an extent, does that make
it doesn't make me egotistical? But obviously, you have an ounce of ego. Yeah. Everyone does.
Yeah, you have like a level of.
And I'm like, there's actually no way to measure it because there's no. It's a personal thing. But yeah, I find the whole ego thing so weird, but also like how having an ego, sometimes you need one.
Yeah.
Like you need, and when I say an ego, it doesn't necessarily mean, I guess ego and confidence, there's such a fucking fine line between egotistical and confident. And we spoke about that on a thing before. But that all interested me so much. Find just brain shit, just if you haven't been able to tell from today's episode, just fucking fascinates me. But okay,
crazy.
I think to wrap it up, I've got a I've stumbled. I was doing some research before this episode because we needed a topic basically for today's episode, and I stumbled across something that I knew exists, but it's shone a new light on it for me. Obviously, right? OnlyFans is a thing. Right. It exists. Yep. And I was about to say, do you know anything about it? Obviously, you know what it is. But like, in terms of the way they actually, when on the platform, make most of their money.
As in creators?
Yes. OnlyFans models or whatever they're
Just
call them?
like tips or something. I don't know.
Well, like, okay, so basically the way they do it is
Like a
the messages.
Oh, yes. They have their like subscriptions and then what? People can message them and
and people can
money.
message them on top and obviously send tips. They want to send tips or like pay for exclusive
stuff,
whatever, and requests and all that shit. And obviously you think if you're a top OnlyFans model, there's not a fucking chance in hell. I'm sorry if you're somebody who subscribes to OnlyFans. Anyway, what are you doing? Second, if you actually think that that's the person replying to the thousands, hundreds of thousands, if it's a top model.
Oh, they'll
whatever,
have like a team of people that respond to messages, surely.
Yes, they have chatters that chat for them. So you're talking, you think you're talking to fucking, actually, let me get into it, but it's not the person. So I came across lots of things on Reddit that were people like either wanting to apply to be an OnlyFans chatter or like saying their experience as an OnlyFans chatter, fucking crazy. And all this stuff, right?
Mental.
And I've just gained new insight into how this works, which is somewhat how I thought it would have worked anyway. But just reading it and seeing it, I'm like, oh, wow. So I'm reading this off a Reddit post here.
Okay.
This is a person basically giving an insight for people that might be interested in being one or into what it is. So payment for an OnlyFans chatter varies based on factors such as the speed of traffic, how often the account is gaining subscribers or interactions, and the agency or model you work with. And this is where it gets insane. So you think about how much money these OnlyFans models earn, right?
Like tens of millions.
What these chatters are people that are likely from countries where the US dollar is so powerful against it. So like India or somewhere, for example. The offered rate, and fucking get ready for this, can vary from $1 to $3 per hour. Like, with the possibility of earning commissions on top of the base pay. $1 to $3. One subscription, and they've made fucking 4 hours of their time back.
That's mental. And like $1 is like less in pounds, isn't it?
And with these chats as well, they're paying for people to chat with them to get them to buy like $20 photos or maybe even more. I don't even know how much this shit costs.
That's terrible.
And it only with the possibility of, I mean, he's talking generally here, but like if that's the industry standard for this shit, the possibility of earning commissions on top of the base pay. Outreach and promoting the model outside of the OnlyFans platform shouldn't be a part of this job offer if they ask you demand more pay. Yeah, as you should demand more pay fucking anyways. Jesus. So the commission, if you do get the possibility to get permission, is based on the sales generated through your efforts on the platform. There are different commission rates for different types of sales. 2% commission for every sale you make, lowest base percentage. 2% commission for every paid or renewed subscription, lowest base percentage. End of the month total sales. If it's that second one, for every paid or renewed subscription while you're working for them, like that's decent. If you're working for someone who's making big money,
getting a lot of
money, but yeah, and then also end of the month total sales, you get a commission based on that. Since the job can be risky due to a lack of regulations, because the internet is just the fucking Wild West. I get that even in my...
And there must be some weirdos on there as well.
Oh, 100%. The stuff you must have to read and say is mental. Since the job can be risky due to a lack of regulations, that's kind of just like working even in my job right now. I mean, my job, thank fuck, is somewhat stable. But like just in YouTube and social media in general, Wild West. It's crucial to be cautious when seeking employment in this field. Look out for potential scams. The fact that people scam for this shit as well is one, sad, two, crazy. You're paying $1 to $3 an hour to get one subscription that's usually over the $10 mark easily, if not like, what the fuck? Do research on the legitimacy of agencies and avoid sharing sensitive information on untrusted platforms. Joining relevant Facebook groups might provide insights, but be vigilant about identifying scammers. As it is not... so maybe it's people... I don't think it's the actual models that are scamming. It's people pretending to be agencies and then scamming people that want to work for them, which is also insane. Please keep in mind that this job involves working in the adult entertainment industry and may not be suitable for everyone. Always prioritize your safety and well-being when considering such opportunities.
Sound.
Personal note, this is a type of job that you can take part-time but could be very taxing when done full-time, especially this being a shaky industry. If you know more about the industry, please comment down below too. He's put an edit at the bottom here. If your model is a higher earning, high traffic profile but offers less than $5 as a base pay, it's definitely a rip-off. Yeah, 1 to 3 is a fucking rip-off for whoever it is. 5 is a rip-off. I'm guessing these people are from like, countries similar to India.
That's sad though, because like some of the top earners definitely earn like tens of millions a year.
They earn millions. There was that clip of who the fuck was it? I don't know who it was. It was something outrageous. It was like 4 million like a month or some shit like that, or like 40 million a month,
probably,
or something like that. And it's ridiculous. And they're paying. No wonder their fucking profit margins are through the roof.
Yeah,
they're paying you, even if they're paying you $5 for every whatever the fuck it is, every hour.
$1 an hour.
It should be all commission based if you're earning for. It's insane.
That is mental.
I guess it's kind of like, I mean, YouTube is still earning an insane amount, but like they obviously the workers in there get compensation now more than they ever did before.
And I also feel like it just costs more to make a good music video? YouTube video, sorry.
Oh yeah, it does. But yeah, if any of you guys are fucking OnlyFans chatters and you're watching this, please ask for more money. That's insane. They're taking advantage.
And that goes for anyone in any business. Pay your employees properly. Pay them what they deserve across all fields. Ultimately,
what do you actually do if people are chatting pretending to be you and stuff? You're literally just like taking pictures and videos and doing the requests and shit and posting, which I guess, some work goes into. Like, come on now. To pay 1 to 3 hours to do the bulk of your job, if that's where the bulk of your income's coming from, is fucking insane.
That is harsh. What a way to end the episode. Started off with TikTok, then went to holiday, solo podcast, mental health, mushrooms, and then OnlyFans.
Wow, what a summary. What a summary.
And we didn't really have much of a plan going into this one, but...
No, we didn't. But it worked quite well. I literally said that we'll be able to rip off shit.
Just waffle. You know us, guys. What we like.
As always, if you want to keep up with us and any updates and all that good shit, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. It's been on the screen the whole time if you're watching. If you're not, at everythingnothing.pod on Instagram and TikTok, that is.
And follow us on TikTok because we're not making a Xiaohongshu.
If you are on YouTube and you enjoyed the episode, please drop a subscribe on the channel. We're trying to just build something here. So if you want to be a part of it, come and subscribe.
Do it.
Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next episode next Sunday. Goodbye.
Love you. Bye.